This is home. Twin States News starts right now.
It certainly wasn't your normal court appearance today when a man charged with making terroristic threats went before a judge. Our senior reporter Quinnis Jones was there, and Quinnis, I understand it was quite a scene.
Oh, that's right. The suspect showed no remorse as he made his way inside this courtroom right here behind me. He's now inside the Jones County Jail, where he will remain until his next court date.
We're gonna build this city on rock and roll.
Jonathan Barnett had plenty to say when he showed up at court today.
Check out my Facebook page.
Despite his unusual outburst, Barnett was here to face serious charges. He's accused of making threats towards South Jones High School and court officials.
He made specific threats against the lives of administrators, Jones County Youth Court Judge Wayne Thompson, and others.
And it didn't stop there. Lance Chancellor with the Sheriff's Office says Barnett's next target was the White House. What were you going to do at the White House?
I was going to occupy it for the next 10 years.
He had a long list of complaints, demands, including the fact that, or the thought that he had been contacted by President Biden and was to come to Washington, D.C. or go to Washington, D.C. and assume the presidency.
After sheriff's deputies alerted the Secret Service, they arrested Barnett at a hotel in Washington, D.C. He was then extradited back to Jones County. He's charged with 1 count of terrorist threats and 1 count of retaliation on a public servant. A judge today denied his bond. When asked about this whole ordeal, Barnett had this to say.
Don't worry. Everything's under control.
Meanwhile, Barnett is back inside the Jones County Jail, waiting to hear when his next court appearance will be. Quinnis Jones, Twin States News.
Police continue to search for answers as to why a gunman opened fire on the campus of Michigan State University Monday night. Meanwhile, the community there in mourning, with their sense of security left shattered. Mike Tobin reports from East Lansing.
An act of unspeakable gun violence has occurred in our nation, this time in our community.
Communities across Michigan gathering to mourn the loss of 3 MSU students killed in Monday night's campus shooting. 20-year-old Alexandria Verner was a junior studying to be a forensic scientist. 19-year-old sophomore Ariel Anderson dreamed of becoming a surgeon. And 20-year-old Brian Frazier was president of his fraternity.
He was just the nicest, most genuine person. I mean, I know that I always had someone to talk to if I needed it.
Police say 43-year-old Anthony McRae opened fire on campus, firing at random before fleeing the scene and ultimately turning the gun on himself. McRae had a history of mental illness and would not have been able to own a gun, but he had a felony charge dismissed back in 2019. Now the MSU community is left shattered, with people trying to make sense of this tragedy.
I'm a mother of 4 daughters. I don't have a child in college yet. I can't fathom what these parents endured, whether their child was a victim.
Feels like you hear about this all the time, and actually experiencing it, it's hard to realize what's actually happening to you in the moment.
One memorial on campus spray painted with the words, "How many more?"
You can just try to get back to as normal as possible, which it seems like will be nearly impossible, but just gotta hope for change at this point.
We will rally. I mean, we're Spartans, we're strong.
5 more students remain hospitalized in critical condition. In East Lansing, Michigan, Mike Tobin, Fox News.
A 19-year-old Meridian man found dead in the driver's seat of a car with multiple gunshot wounds. Jaqueline Darby was last seen alive, leaving his home in May of last year. With no arrests and little evidence, the case has gone cold. It's this week's Cold Case Files.
On May 12, 2022, at approximately 2 a.m., officers responded to an apartment complex in the 800 block of 29th Street to investigate a report of gunshots and loud music in the area. Upon arrival, responding officers noticed a silver-colored older model 4-door Buick with a motor running, an open front passenger door, and loud music coming from the vehicle. Officers discovered the body of a black male lying back in the driver's seat, unresponsive, with what appeared to be multiple gunshot wounds to the chest, abdomen, and arm. The victim was identified as 19-year-old Jacqueline M. Darby of Meridian. Mr. Darby was pronounced dead on the scene and was transported to the local morgue pending an autopsy. Family members reported Mr. Darby was last seen as he left his residence around midnight.
A cold case is a crime that has not yet been fully resolved, but remains open pending the discovery of new evidence or new witness testimony. We are asking you, the public, to provide that new evidence or testimony in this cold case by calling the numbers on your screen.
Anxious residents of East Palestine, Ohio, are being told it is safe to return home more than a week after a massive train derailment contaminated the town with toxic chemicals. Chris Foster has more.
It's been more than a week since a massive train derailment contaminated an Ohio town, and residents say they're still living in fear. The derailment released hazardous chemicals into the water, air, and soil of East Palestine, Ohio, prompting widespread evacuations. Governor Mike DeWine claimed on Tuesday that it's safe for residents to return, but some folks say their homes are making them sick.
I did go in my house yesterday briefly for about 10 minutes, and last night I had my lips returning colors. They were like polka dotted, and I was getting bright red patches on my face.
The rail operators now offering financial assistance to displaced residents, while efforts by the EPA to remove contaminated dirt and water continue.
I have complete confidence in the partnership that's been exhibited with the state leadership on water quality testing. The air quality monitoring data that we are providing is done with the highest technologies available.
And despite reporting that more than 3,000 fish died as a result of the contamination, they say there are no toxic threats in the air or water at this time.
We have first made sure that we were providing a clean atmosphere, clean air, and now we are actively working to assure that people, for the long run, have clean water.
Meanwhile, lawmakers are asking hard questions about how this derailment happened. Governor DeWine says his officials were never informed that toxic materials were being transported because the train was not classified as carrying, quote, high hazardous materials.
This is absurd, and we need to look at this, and Congress needs to take a look at how these things are handled.
Town hall meeting scheduled for Wednesday night with residents invited to share their concerns with local officials. In New York, Chris Foster, Fox News.
It's been nearly 2 weeks since a Chinese spy balloon was spotted hovering over the U.S. before a fighter jet shot it down off the coast of South Carolina. Since then, the military has brought down several more mysterious objects. But what were they? Explanations from the Biden administration have been few and far between. Now the clamor for answers is growing louder on Capitol Hill. And if reports are true, they may hear from the president himself in the coming days. Lauren Blanchard reports from Washington.
We think very soon, coming days, we might be able to have more to share.
Since the beginning of the month, 4 objects have been shot down over U.S. airspace.
They need to be out there informing our American citizens what the heck is going on over our skies.
It began with the Chinese spy balloon. Americans watched as it crossed the country before a fighter jet took it down off the Carolina coast. The military has yet to say what exactly the other objects were because they have not recovered them yet, but believe they were not from China.
We're going to do everything we can to recover debris if it's possible. That will help us learn a lot more about, what these objects are.
Americans and lawmakers alike want answers directly from President Biden.
As they say, the cow is now out of the barn. I think at this juncture, the president needs to talk straight up to the American people.
Chinese officials claim the first object was a weather balloon blown off course and condemn what they call an overreaction by the administration. On Tuesday, senators were given a briefing on China with another on Wednesday.
What we see here is a clear pattern of the Chinese government increasing its provocations on all fronts. And that's not just balloons. It's also in the hacking, and it's also in the military aggression and the economic aggression.
National Security Council spokesman John Kirby says as of right now, they are not actively tracking any other objects. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
The 2024 field starts to take shape after former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley announces her presidential bid. Hallie Jackson has more.
I'm Nikki Haley, and I'm running for president.
2024 taking shape this morning with former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley jumping into the Republican race.
It's time for a new generation of leadership.
Coming from the 51-year-old, that argument's a swipe at both current President Joe Biden, who's 80, and former President Donald Trump, who's 76. After serving as governor of South Carolina, Haley joined the Trump administration, her former boss, now her current competition, as she signals she's not backing down from any kind of fight.
China and Russia are on the march. They all think we can be bullied, kicked around. You should know this about me. I don't put up with bullies. And when you kick back, It hurts them more if you're wearing heels.
Haley pushed for Mr. Trump's re-election in 2020.
Donald Trump has always put America first.
But she's walked the line between support and distance, like after January 6th, suggesting we shouldn't have listened to him, though she ultimately opposed his impeachment.
I mean, at some point, give the man a break.
Haley said in 2021 she wouldn't run if President Trump ran, adding, "I would talk to him about it." And Mr. Trump's not letting her forget that, referencing the comment in a new statement wishing her luck. Craig and Chanel asking Haley in October about the 2024 race.
I'm thrilled with the accomplishments we did together. We had a great working relationship, but right now we'll see what he does.
Haley may be Mr. Trump's first formal opponent in the Republican primary, but she won't be his last, with Florida Republican Governor Ron DeSantis widely expected to jump in, although he's dodging for now on his plans.
Nikki Haley announced her presidential run today. Do you plan on following suit?
Wouldn't you like to know? Anybody else?
Former Vice President Mike Pence visiting Iowa today, laying the groundwork for his own potential run. Sources familiar with his thinking suggest any formal announcement probably wouldn't come for several months. And South Carolina Senator Tim Scott set to hold events in his home state and in Iowa over the next week.
Stay with us. Your weather forecast is next. Plus, a police department in Florida is loosening its restrictions on tattoos in order to recruit more young people. We'll have more on these changes in law enforcement coming up.